So in the last video, I talked about Dev's scrapped ghost form. However, at the end of that video, I mentioned that there would be a sequel to that video going over forms that made it into the final episodes, but were forgotten. So that is what this video is. This is the forgotten forms of Dev Action. So, if I remember correctly, all of these forms, except the last one, are exclusive to the animated series, and the last one is exclusive to the comics. Or at least it is for now, I'm not sure if I'll add it in the future. So, let's start off with number 1, Neon Dev from Dev Action and Darcy 1. So, Neon Dev is basically the Dev Action equivalent of Hypersonic, requiring the Mystic Rubies to transform into Neon Dev. Same thing with Neon Action, which is Evil Action's hyper form thingy. Now, if I remember correctly, this form only appeared in Dev Action and Darcy 1, and then it never appeared again. I'm gonna have to check that back though, because I don't remember. I'll pop up on screen if I find anything. But he's basically the hypersonic version of Dev, being very powerful. Somehow it was the first transformation to use the Mystic Rubies, which if you didn't know, canonically, Dev does not need the Mystic Rubies to transform into Electric Action. But he does need them to turn into Dark Action. Honestly, there's not much to say about Neon Dev. I mean, there's not really much to say about these first 3 transformations, but yeah, that's Neon Dev. He has a cool design. He would have appeared again, but with the way I designed him, it would have been hard to incorporate him again. So, yeah. The next 2 forms I will be grouping together because they appeared at the exact same time in the exact same episode for the exact same amount of time. We have, I guess, Earth Dev and Thunder Dev, which the latter is very confusing when you think of the canon of the series. So basically, they're transformations that Dev gained when absorbing powers from his friends to help the Edwinator get his powers back in the finale of Season 3. However, Dev's canonical weakness is thunder, which if you didn't know is kind of like the inverse of electricity in the Dev Action universe. It's like blue electricity. I don't know, it's confusing. And that's his weakness. So he absorbed his weakness and was able to use it without nothing happening to him. Now, to be fair, at the time, Dev didn't really have a weakness, so I'll give it that. However, when you think about it now, it is very confusing. But honestly, I do like the idea of Earth Dev. I do like the idea of Dev having transformations based on different powers, similar to Ultrasonic from the Sonic Archie comics, which I'm pretty sure that's where I based this idea off of. I based a lot of ideas on the Sonic comics. But yeah, that's basically those transformations. Yeah, there's not really much else to say about them. And now for the last one. As I mentioned at the start of this video, this is a comic exclusive transformation. There is another comic exclusive transformation, but I will be getting into that in a future video because it's a whole other thing that I wanted to include in a different video, and totally not because I forgot it. Anyways, this form comes from Dev Action Book 53, Dark Times, which is not the most creative name, but it's part of the Book 50 era, which is my personal favorite era for the comics. Now, in the book, randomly, without explanation, a shadowy thingy corrupts Dev, comes out of Dev, makes him zap bit, and he gets taken to the Hero Hospital, which is apparently a thing. And in the hospital, he transforms into Ultra Dev, which, now looking at the name, this is probably the Ultrasonic of Dev Action and not the other 2 forms. But who knows, maybe they had the same inspiration and just never realized. And Dev turns into Ultra Dev for a total of 3 frames. Then he turns back, gets taken back to the base, put in bed, and that form is never seen again. So this is probably the most mysterious form out of all of them. I don't really know what Ultra Dev was supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be like, there was gonna be an explanation later on probably that I probably forgot about at this point. But yeah, that's Ultra Dev. There's not really much to say about him, I guess. He does have a cool design, so I'd like to say he's an upgraded version of Neon Dev in a sense. And if I had to guess from the multicolored zips and zaps that he does, I'd say that he has multiple different powers, similar to the last two. So, yeah. And that's all the forgotten forms of Dev. Honestly, I kind of had a rough night, so I'm recording this at, like, what time is it? 5:15 a.m. So I should probably get some sleep. So, yeah, hopefully this video will go up in the morning. See you later. Goodbye.